There's still no music on purpose, though. There is still no music on purpose. I'm about to say screw watch me work for now because YouTube is being a pain. Or extremely slow. I'm here. I am fixing things. How about now? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Ta-da! Ta-da, yes. Okay. I've got everything. Now we can keep working. 15 minutes, no audio. Maddie Matt, if you hadn't come in, I would have never noticed there's no audio on the video whatsoever. Not have noticed at all. I'm glad you said something, because I looked over and sure enough there was no audio. I updated my computer and like almost all of my software yesterday and didn't check anything to make sure it was still good to go before I actually started shit. That's why I don't like updating crap, even though it's good for you, good for your computer, etc. 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 That's right. That's what I was doing. This guy's tattoo. A bunch of straight lines. Okay. So now there should be audio. There should be audio now. We'll find out. I'm double checking on things. Making sure I got them all. Derpy eyes. Super derpy eyes. I'm not even looking at you, derpy eyes. Okay. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you. Look, everyone, I can now be heard. These are still gonna be derpy eyes. Or are they? Will they? I don't know. Not as derpy? Maybe? Maybe? Eyes. Okay. Okay. Oh, bleh. Like, Creepy Baby has no eyes. Happy belated Thanksgiving to you too. There we go. Happy Turkey Day. Happy Invasion Day. Having a liquid breakfast because no clean dishes today. I'm doing quite well other than some bodily soreness and being really tired because it's morning and slightly frustrated because my, technology isn't working absolutely perfectly, but I'm doing quite well. I hope you've been doing well, Maddie. You haven't been here, for quite some time. Hope everything is going well on your end. Ah, there are lines here. I forgot that if I drink pop, I'm gonna belch. That ought to be amusing. That ought to be really amusing. There. Have some texture on those hands. Oh, and it fudged his coat. I think I'm too polite to actually just belch right into the microphone. Oh, a lot of struggling for a while. You can do it. You can pull through. There, now his coat actually goes somewhere. Yeah, it actually, kind of goes somewhere. I'm glad I took the time to actually look this morning, because I was just going to start flatting. Oh god, that would have been bad. I would have been probably even more frustrated going, where is this thing? And where is it going? And jacket. Is there a thing? There's not a thing, but there probably should be. There. Since we kind of cut off or the page was kind of cut off just a touch. How about, yeah. How about we do this? So apparently I had a good idea. A good idea. I think it was, we had, my husband's, immediate family over at the house like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, for like cinnamon rolls. Because I wanted to bring up a thought or an idea to them about Christmas. And usually how Christmases go, it's like pulling teeth out of people to get a list from them. So I was like, why don't we have a list party? And why don't we have it on Thanksgiving, because that's when everyone will get together. And it worked swimmingly. Aw, Maddie, I enjoy talking to you as well. Glad I can brighten your day just a little bit. Oh, he is live, god damn it. He's live, he's live, he's live, yeah. Then I need to find... Hang on. Through the silence, I mentioned I would, find a few things for when certain people came online. And for Character 3000, he's been wanting to do like a lot of anatomy studies and whatnot. So, there we go. Hey there. Hey. Actually, I kind of need to hear him, don't I? So, this is character 3000's, oh shit, channel, music that you're listening to. I don't know if he has this thing on or not. But the thing I wanted to show him, and I'll show it to everyone, is this channel on YouTube, Proco. He's an artist, and he does literally tutorials. I'm like drawing tutorials. Look at all of this stuff. My god, drawing muscle, anatomy critiques, shoulders, how to draw rib cages. I mean, how to paint happy trees with Bob Ross. How to add anatomy to your figures. All of this. Look at all of this. Mannequinization, drawing examples, like how to draw from examples. He's just got a ton of videos, how-tos, and all of that good stuff. I guess I'll pop it in a few different places, but I can't hear him at all. I can't hear him at all. Damn. Okay, so Proko on YouTube. Proko. Awesome for drawing. Drawing tutorials, etc. Hang on. I can't hear a damn thing he's saying, so I'm gonna pop in on the Watch Me Work. Okay. You and me the ding. Just in case you missed it. Ding. And I will leave it at that. I will leave it at that and slink back into the shadows. Back into the shadows so I can turn my music back on. Which we're currently listening to Death or Sovngarde. There. There. Ta-da. I did my civic duty. One of them, anyways. I'm gonna put in these wrinkles. I'm gonna... mainly because I can. So when Zalisar comes on, I will take a little break and show him the thing that I found that is totally awesome and what I was looking for last time I spoke to him. Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do need to take anatomy before you can take the physical therapy assistant thing. Okay, I think I'm ready to put some flats on. I think. Which means I also need some colors. I need some colors. Not those colors. Let's open up page 9. I guess I could have just clicked on it. Go away, go away. Thank you. There we go. Flats. Well, essentially this can now just be this. Do some flats. Make sure this is the right size. We'll do Angely Eyes first, shall we? I think so. I think so. There we go. Okay. Should be some lines on this guy's shoulder on the bottom. Yes and no. Yes, because I thought these were wrinkles in his clothes, and it turns out they weren't. But I didn't actually draw in all of the designs, so I'm kind of leaving them out. But if Ronnie, the person in charge of this comic, wants it in there, I will go back and put it in. It'll take a few seconds. Not a big deal. So for the moment, judgment call, and not putting it in. Not because I'm lazy, but because it would be inconsistent with the rest of the other pages. Or page, the one page that he's in. So it's all good. There we go. That. There we go. That. I know, pupils. Pupils are in there somewhere. Nope, 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 nope. Don't do it. How about now? Nope. How about now? There we go. Those are filled. Fudge. They don't even have any. Okay. Don't have any. She does. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Feel free to point out anything. Seriously, anything. 'Cause I may or may not have just totally missed it. Like, hey, guess what? She's only got eyebrows. No, she doesn't. Those are eyelids. I forgot a couple of key lines. I forgot a couple of key lines here to make them not look just like eyebrows. So point out anything you see, honestly. And it's not giving me orders. It's making me pause to make sure I actually did do something, because I forget stuff all the time. All the time. Why is that so thick? It doesn't matter. So now they look more like eyelashes instead of eyebrows. Okay. There. Yeah, I miss and forget things all the time. And I wish I had people to point it out to me so I didn't, catch it later, or I have my client catch it later and go, I think you forgot something, and then I get really embarrassed, like, huh, that's not good. Hey, teeth. Kinda need teeth. The teeth color, the mouth color. There we go. And yesterday, oh my god, there were a whole bunch of people streaming yesterday. Just in general, like on Twitch. I was amazed. And yeah, don't worry, Maddie, don't worry. Since there's no contextual tone with chat, I read everything as neutral. And I don't ever read it as like angry or upset unless there's like caps locks or exclamation points. You wrote in a very neutral tone, so I didn't read it as an order or as in a negative way. Just like if you're going to be sarcastic, please use a kappa icon afterwards. Because that's the only way I know. My god. There. Small plane to big plane. Little twitchy zap on my thumb. Ugh. Yeah, you're totally fine. I like how timid people are, or shy about pointing something out. I'm like, I'm not an angry person. Or I'm generally probably a bitter person, which is not a negative thing too much towards other people. Would these be teeth or not teeth? Those would probably be teeth. Ah, these are definitely teeth. Yeah, if you had phrased it like, what's wrong with you? You forgot the thing on the shoulder. Didn't you see what you were doing? That would have been like a, hey, back off moment. But you did not put it such a way. That kid does have penguin hands. The kid actually has penguin hands in the drawing. Don't worry. No, don't worry. And I didn't draw this. I did not draw this comic page, so like any mistakes pointed out on the pencils I usually find funny. Wolf, hello and good morning. Let's see. I'm now listening to Dragonborn the theme from Skyrim. Eyeballs. There we go. We were just talking about how like the context and the tone of chat I read as neutral. Absolutely neutral. Ah, it's noon for you. Good afternoon, Wolf. Yep. So if you see a mistake or something that I might be missing, feel free to point it out. And I'm having a cream soda for breakfast this morning, so please excuse any odd sounds you hear, because there's no music to drown them out. There. I don't know if this is her mom. It probably is. And this is probably her. I'm gonna assume these are all her, so they're all gonna get baby blue eyes. Baby blue eyes. What's this about a reverence? Remember, if links go in the chat, they have spaces between the dot and the com. Oh, 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 oh. Do 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 do. Ah. Dot 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 dot. That's the music I'm listening to. Blue eyes for everyone. Just blue eyes for everyone here. So apparently I have no idea what link reference means. Yeah, Fusarda. Mm-hmm. Yep. Especially with mods. Oh. I didn't color his eyes on this one. On this one. Guess what? They all get to be this color. Now we're on Far Horizons. I do know the Legend of Zelda. That's what you probably meant by Link, as in the guy, not as in a website link. Alright. There you go. Okay, now I get it. See, there's no context or tone. Even though, Maddie, you were being sarcastic on the, well, excuse me, princess, I still did not get Link reference. Because, Wolf, you didn't capitalize Link. If you capitalized Link, I might have caught that you were talking about the actual Link from Zelda. Yes, Maddie, you can send me a link, as long as you put a space between the dot and the com of it. Nope, come here. There we go. I think I need... yeah, I need it everywhere. Need this color everywhere. See, I thought when you said link reference, I thought you meant when I mentioned the music I was listening to. That's why I put the music link in the chat. Like, I'm just being a tard. Ugh. Not understanding link reference. Ugh. Yeah, I gotta deal with it. I gots to deal with it. I'm not a cool kid who gets all the references. Because I know of Zelda, Legend of Zelda. I just have not played the actual games. Actually, one of my brothers-in-law once, like the Hyrule Historian lore book for Christmas. He's older than I am. But it's nostalgic because he grew up with it. Oh, is that all the eyes? Sort of, to an extent. So I guess I didn't get to actually tell my story about the awesome idea I had, because my audio wasn't working at the time. Oh my god, yeah. I didn't actually get to tell my awesome idea. It's concerning Christmas. It's concerning Christmas, so I have a lot of people, family-wise, and on both sides, on my side, on my husband's side, and it's very hard to get people to tell you what they would like for Christmas. Like, getting a list out of anyone is like pulling frickin' teeth. And so I had the idea a couple weeks before Thanksgiving is, why don't we have, everyone over for a list party where everyone brings their Christmas lists, we kick one person out of the room and divvy out the stuff on the list between everyone that's left. And I proposed that idea to everyone before Thanksgiving, and last night on Thanksgiving, we actually went through with it. We had that list party after dinner, kicked everyone out of the room, or, that one person out of the room, and divvied up the stuff on their lists. And of course, we all had budgets. We all had budgets to stay within. But it worked out really, really well. Like, really, really well. Because everyone came with a list of some kind. And so now, like, people are actually going to get Christmas gifts and, like, a significant amount. Because thankfully everyone had, like, a range of, like, really inexpensive things to, like, a big ticket item or two, maybe. Depending on who the person was. I don't even know how to deal with this. Screw this. Screw this. Screw this. There. There. There, that was my awesome idea. Done. Done and done. Having a list party on Thanksgiving for Christmas. Because that also gives everyone enough time to actually go shopping, do the shopping, etc. I will say thank God for the internet, because we can actually get all of our shopping done, like, today. Because we can order everything online. And do it in a safe and secure manner. Because it's Black Friday, yo! Ooh, dangerous times, dangerous times. People die trying to get shopping deals. I think. I'm severely injured, I'm sure. Not a fan of that. Let's see. I am such a oh my god, hermit. I can speak. I am a hermit with social anxiety, severe social anxiety, so going shopping out in public is not something I would do anyways. Humid. God. Having a wonderful morning. Wonderful morning. Embarrassing myself. It's like, first it was no audio for the first 15 minutes of my live stream. Now it's misspoken words. And trying not to belch extremely loudly. Because I'm drinking cream soda for breakfast. Now my only question is my internet still working? No idea. Everything looks in the green. I'm hoping it is. Chris is about due, too. Everyone's about due to stop popping in. Start popping in. I'm gonna stop talking. That's the only sound on my video. I had considered telling stories while I work, because I'm basically stopping listening to music altogether. What color is your hair? A different color, alright. I have considered telling stories. Now, I have considered, like, telling my own stories, just not like things that have happened to me, but just like made up stories. Kind of like, a storyteller time. Then I realized I could read stories, but it's kind of hard to, read and work at the same time, because I have to actually look at what I'm doing. Because I kind of told it's not really a story, but a scenario I would have liked to see or expand upon in a game. And I like talking about it, and I'm think people didn't mind hearing it, but I'm not sure. To get everyone's eyebrows, eyelashes, things that count, things that matter. I think I did. So. Skin. There we go. Oh, Maddie, that's a paragraph. Yeah, just put a space between the dot and the com. That's how you send a link. And if part of it gets deleted, you have to put a space somewhere else, but I'm not entirely sure where. Not entirely sure where. Skin. Okay. Oh hey, that line is almost non-existent. There. There we go. Alright. Let's check this out. Check this out, check this out. Dot and a com and... Alright. Nice. Now I get the excuse me princess. Jesus Christ, how many times does he say that? Like once an episode? I like how they made him a complete and total ass in the cartoons. Jesus. God. He's a dick. Jesus. Jerk much? Yeah, is that like the episodic thing, the one thing he always says in all the frickin' episodes? That's terrible. Link is a jerk in the cartoons. That is sad. That is sad. Wow. Jeez, okay, now I get the reference. Now I get the reference. Terrible. Terrible. Oh, wow. Click, click, click. Now, now I do want to tell a story just so I can have something to talk about. Or someone asks me a question that I can answer at length. So Chris asked me a good, interesting question, and I had a lot of stuff to fire back at him. I thought I missed a spot. Okay. Hand, hand, no hand. Okay, skin. Plenty of. Why did I? Because. That's why. Yeah, probably why Link was muted in the game. If that's how they actually wanted him to act, I highly doubt it, but if that's how they actually wanted him to act or be like in the games, no. No, 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 no. Unacceptable. At least for me. I do have chapstick. Yay! I do have chapstick. Ah, there we go. There we go, there we go. Oh. Oh, where's that other guy? Don't know. If you're talking about Wolf, I don't know. Wolf kind of lurks every now and then. A few more people should be popping in. They usually do around 8 o'clock, although it is Friday. And it's the Friday after Thanksgiving, so I'm not actually expecting anyone to show up. I was debating on even streaming myself. You would, yes. Yes. This page is a very interesting page in terms of a lot of decisions made. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. Being like that. It needs to be closed. It has to get closed. I can't even. I can't even deal with it. Of course I put that on the medium. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? I have no idea. I have to close these lines. They drive me insane. They drive me insane. Look, boobs. Trying to fix things so they make sense. So it makes sense for me to color and how to. Okay, that's much better. Like, the kid has its own thing, that's fine. The wings, I don't know what's going on in this panel. Everything else is fine. It was just these floating people driving me nuts. Yeah. Oh, sorry, stretching. Ahem. Ahem. I'm gonna cough some more, hang on. There. I probably need something more to drink. Actually, I'm gonna go get something to drink and take a little break. I will be right back. Nothing like getting your hair caught on your freaking headset. Ow. God damn it. Come here. There. There. Jesus, sorry. There. Back to what I was doing, not talking. What now? What now? What? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. There. There. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you. As I glare at my screen, like all these broken parts. Okay, I think they're all good now. Her hand is fudged. It's not even a hand. Her wrist would be here. I don't care. Oh. Yeah. Just go with it. Just go with it. Like, now I really need something positive or something to talk about. That's for sure. Here's a spot. I think it's because I'm not really looking forward to today. Not really looking forward to today. And there's no reason not to. There is absolutely no reason not to. I'll be finishing up a traditional art project. My mom wanted to make a painting for my youngest nephew. And I told her I would help, and so I did, but I had her do like most of the work. I actually wanted her to do the painting, right? So it would really be from her and not my mom saying, "Hey, this would be a great idea," and then I just do it, all of it. So my mom painted these three canvases. She wanted to do a Where the Wild Things Are triptych, which is three canvases, three separate paintings, and they're like a 12 by 24 rectangular landscape canvas. And so I gave her the brush, sent out the paints, had little extra canvases for her to practice on, and showed her how to hold the brush and do the things that she wanted to do. And then, I did little tiny touch-ups here and there. But because neither of us can paint figures, I actually went and found the Where the Wild Things Are images online. I cut them out digitally, printed them out, and glued them on extra sheets of paper, like cardstock, really thick paper. And all I have to do is cut those out and glue those to the canvases, and it's done. That's all I've had to do for like the last 2 weeks, and I just haven't done it. And I decided that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to finish that damn thing. Because I have the pieces. They should be dry. They should be nice and stable, nice and dry. So now I just have to glue them to the canvases in some fashion. I also have to make sure they look good. And then that will be done. It's not a lot of work. It's not. It's not like where I'm going to say, hey, this painting should only take me 2 hours and it takes me 8. It's only taken a few minutes of my time. Really, like less than an hour to do little final touches. I don't know why I started up here. It's not the logical place to start. Actually, there is no logical place to start, so it doesn't matter. Does not matter. Okay, neck. You're the neck. Excuse me. and drinking more carbonated beverages. Hair? Yeah, hair. Oh, well, it goes up into the ear just a touch. Now, the lot of work part was the work that I had my mom do. She actually painted the canvases. That was the most work, and it took a while because we did it in acrylic, and with acrylic you have to paint a layer and let it dry. And paint the next layer and let it dry. So you have to kind of plan out what you would like. And it didn't the painting didn't come out exactly as I would have liked it to. There's a few things missing, but it still looks really neat. It still looks really neat. There's that. I keep forgetting to save it. Here's my logical spot. Okay. It looks like I will be finishing this up next week. Then I can move on to coloring other things. I think Wolf gave me something to color. It's a little bit Minecraftian. Yeah, studying is good. And depending on how you learn, yeah. I found that when I got to talk to people about the subject who also knew stuff about the subject, as in they were also studying it, and we can just talk about it, that helped sink in a lot of information. Because, we were basically covering all the different ways anyone could learn. Visually, audibly, tactfully, they need to see something, they need to say something, they need to feel and or do something. We covered all the bases, and that helped quite a lot of us actually pass that class that we were taking, which was biology. Because, my god, do they just cram the information down your throat. Hey, look what I forgot. Look what I forgot. And for the longest time, like as a kid, I never really needed to study. I didn't. What I learned in the classroom, I retained. I was totally fine. And then I got to high school. Okay, it was an AP class, so it was a college level class in high school. And that was the first time I realized I had to actually study. Because the teacher even said, I'm not going to teach everything that's in the book, and there's going to be stuff on the tests that's in the book that I'm not going to put up here on the notes. And I kind of bombed the first test and went, oh my god, there was stuff I didn't know because he didn't talk about it. What am I going to do? Like, study. I was fine from then on, but that was an eye-opener. That was the first time a teacher just didn't say everything or have you write everything down. Oh, no, 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 no. I forgot the little zipper part. That's alright. That's okay. A 5-hour-long assessment test. Jesus. Good God. That's crazy, but okay. It's crazy, but then again, it's also a very serious subject. Physical therapy or, crap, what? Kind of like sports medicine. It's a very serious thing because it's other people's injuries, their bodies, and there's a lot of stuff that could go wrong. It's very, very important to absolutely know your shit. It's like, I thought I wanted to get into sports medicine because I'm fairly decent with anatomy and no injuries. Have had many injuries. I can, definitely empathize with people who have injuries, and I mildly know what to do for most injuries, but that doesn't mean that I'm a good candidate to actually get into sports med. And that they basically said as much. There. Like, if you're dealing specifically with injuries, there's only so much you can know. But if you're dealing with, like, illnesses, though, there is so much to know. So much to know, but your body can only break physically in so many ways. But then again, some of those ways can be really confounding and cause things you would never think they could cause. There we go. There. Okay. It's really hard to see, but this is the fun part. Is there a logical starting point? Kind of. Not really. We'll call it here. Every time I say logical starting point is there anything I can attach this color to? Like, no. So I can start anywhere. Because I look for that logical starting point so I don't have to travel as far to outline things. But if there's no point to start at, that means I can start anywhere. No more or less work. There we go. I believe, yep. Right up in here. A lot of belching. Thanks to fizzy water. There we go. There we go. Speaking of physical therapy, so I'll mention again, my mom has had both of her hips replaced, and she's basically recovered from that, but a couple months ago, a student bumped into her while they were outside, and it actually tore a hole in one of her ligaments in her hip, which was already, kind of foobarred from the surgeries that she had. So she got a tune-up surgery to fix it, and it is fixed, and that has healed, but it needs to be exercised in order for her to get the full strength and range of motion of it back. And, like, it's been month, 2 months. It's been a while. It's been a long while. And she's frustrated that she's not to the point where she thinks she should be. And I had to tell her that in order to get back to that point to where you're pretty much totally normal, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. Because you need to re-strengthen that thing that they did surgery on. And the only way to do that is to push past the pain that it causes. Because that's pretty much all she can do. But to an extent, it's not like you need to beat the crap out of yourself every day trying to get the strength back, because then you can probably just hurt yourself. But there are people who've had injuries or surgeries where the doctors are like, you'll either have limited mobility or you'll never walk again. That's not the case for her. But there are those instances where you're like, no, you'll never walk again, or normally walk again, or anything. And I know at least of one person personally, and then another person not personally, who basically did the opposite of what the doctors thought they could do. And they got like full range of motion and strength back. They can walk, they can run. They can even run. Which is amazing. Which is why I know that in order for my mom to get fully, totally recovered to where she can lift her leg more than 2 or 3 inches off the ground, she's gonna have to go through some pain. Some pain to do it. And my mom does not like pain. She does not like pain at all. She's very sensitive. She has a high tolerance. She does have a high tolerance to it, but she's also very sensitive to it. And immediately looks for sympathy whenever she does hurt. In self-causal hurt, like during physical therapy. And I can't really give her sympathy because I have to tell her you have to work through it. You have to absolutely work through it. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing you can do to make it hurt any less whilst you're doing it. And we keep checking with her doctors and her physical therapists, is this pain okay? And they keep saying, yes, this is okay. And surprisingly, she has been getting better. Like the last 2 weeks, she's been getting better, even though she's had to experience pain to do so. It's a weird thing, where you have to go through pain to get better. It sucks, but it's working. Ooh, what song are you? One They Fear. Skyrim soundtrack, One They Fear. And save. And I have a ringing in my ear. That's awesome. It'll go away. Yep. There. I hope she's not coming over today. Because my brother and his family are over today for a Friday Thanksgiving, since we had Thanksgiving with my husband's family yesterday. We decided to split the days. And usually my mom comes over every Monday, Wednesday, Friday to work out. So I hope she's not coming over today because she's got family over at her house. Okay. Where is she? There she is. Okay. It's gonna be a little delicate situation here. Delicate situation. Oh! I will talk about a game. It's an early access game, and it's called Subnautica. And I have wanted to play or find an underwater game for ages. I love marine biology. I love the concept of anything underwater. And someone actually made it. It's almost like it's an open world survival game, kind of like Ark, kind of like H1Z1 minus the zombies. It's underwater. You get scuba gear, submarines, you're like the sole survivor of a spaceship crashing on an alien planet, and it's an ocean-covered place, so the only place there is to go is down into the water. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and there's plenty of things my mom can do to help strengthen it's basically her hip flexor, the groin region. That is the weak point, that is the hurtful point. And we know a number of exercises to help get that back up to snuff. I think her last actual physical therapy day with a real physical therapist is sometime in December, like next week maybe even. And then she'll just be in my care. And I asked Mom to ask her physical therapist if I could be there for that last day so we could talk about the things that she can do, shouldn't do, will be able to do. Basically, I'm gonna make a little plan for her, for my mom, and we're gonna slowly go through it until she does have that full range of motion and strength back. And we'll go at my mom's pace, as I've done for like the last, I don't know, 3 months or something, to make sure nothing goes wrong, there's no injuries, very safe, very cautious when it comes to her. Let's see. Red. This could probably be red too. I think. Yeah, why not? Excuse me. Carbonation. Wonder if the dishwasher's done and I can actually get something to eat. That would be nice. What time is it? Okay, it's almost 8:30. Not too bad. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be doing some stretches, some leg lifts. We're actually also going to be doing, like, crunches. We're going to be doing some core exercises. She'll be coming over every day for an hour. Every day for an hour. Doing various things. It's not going to all be focused on her legs. Of course not. She's going to have, like, 2 leg days, 2 arm days, and then like a stretch or a semi-cardio-ish day. There. Hurt. Alright, yeah, that's fine. There. There we go. Mm-hmm. And plenty of ice. Yep. Plenty of ice. To help reduce the swelling, yeah. For sure, for sure. Okay. Do. Ah, that's a good tip. That's a good tip. I have noticed that my mom needs to warm up somehow. Because, like, even if she's, like, doing bench, we have a Bowflex, so it's not, like, dead weight. Even when she does bench, like, the first 5 repetitions for her are, like, super... They're not difficult. Her muscles are just, like, really stiff, really sore. Even though she's stretched and warmed up beforehand, she needs, like, 2 warm-ups or something. Something to loosen up her muscles. Or she doesn't know how to stretch, even though I watch her, like, you know, stretch first. She's like, alright, I'm stretching, and maybe she doesn't actually stretch. Because if you say put heat around the thing that she's going to exercise, if she feels sore beforehand, I just should stick her in a sauna for 10 minutes and get her all warmed up. Literally, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind. Pretty sure she would actually need something like that. Just like, go soak in a hot tub, and then we'll work out. That'd be hilarious if she actually needed to physically be warm. She probably actually might. I think I forgot to bend this line. Holy shit, I've been on the wrong... Yeah, I've been on the wrong side this whole time. Nice. That's alright. I don't think it's so much that she feels sore beforehand, as in, she actually, you know, she's stiff. She's in her 60s. She's kind of fluffy. She's also a teacher, so most of the movement she gets is hovering around a classroom, walking to and from her car. Although she does visit other schools, so she actually gets quite a lot of walking in during the day. She's got a little Fitbit pedometer thing, and she's doing like 5,000 steps a day at the very least. I don't even know how much that is, if that's a lot or not. Probably not as much. Hmm. She can't even kick. She can barely, like, lift her knee 2 or 3 inches. Uh, it might be now more than that, since she's had another week of physical therapy. Because, like, for the last 2, maybe 3 weeks, she's been slowly being able to lift her leg up just a little bit farther. Just a little bit farther each time I see her. But yeah, she cannot kick. Like, I could do very, very modified versions of things with her. She's probably not gonna like me very much these next few weeks. Because I'm gonna start introducing leg workouts. So I've only been working on her upper body and letting the physical therapist take care of her lower body. Because, you know, she needs the professional doing that. But that's why I'm gonna go see the professional to learn what she should and shouldn't do and all that stuff, and then I will be in charge of her lower leg, lower body exercises. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. On her. It's gonna be really tough on her. Me, I can be very, very neutral about it. Because I know she'll have to go through pain to get better. She just may not realize how much. Like, if I could, I would actually, if I had a hot tub, I would have her sit in the hot tub at least, you know, twice a week, if not 3 times a week, and move that leg as much as she could until she couldn't stand it anymore. And of course, we'd start out with just do it once this week, and maybe do it once next week. And then on the 3rd week, we'll do it on 2 different days. And we'll do it on that 4th week, 2 different days. And on the 5th week, we'll do it 3 different days. It's all about easing into it. That scroll has colors. What colors does it have? It's got bright colors. That's what it has. Yeah, as long as her pain level doesn't exceed like 5. I agree. I agree. It shouldn't. Yeah, the pain should not be like a 10. That's not what you're supposed to do. That's too much. That's probably damaging. But actually, I will tell her that. I will tell her that. That's a good marker because I haven't been able to put into words her limit of what she should be doing because I can't tell if she's in pain. Or how much. I can tell when she is in pain. I just can't tell how much. So I should tell her that as long as it's below a 5, you're good. I'm trying to think the last time. I think she said it was a 6 last time I had her do crunches on the incline bench. Which is actually sit-ups on the incline bench. Okay, so we have an incline bench, and it's the one where you can like hook your legs over, and then you lean really far back so you're almost hanging upside down. I did not have her do that. I had her sit on the opposite end, so she's leaning up. She can step sideways. She can. Sort of. More than she used to. She can. She can finally, like, roll over and sleep on her stomach and her side, which is actually, I think, a really big deal. She can also cross her legs at the ankle. And, yeah. I think she can do like a pseudo grapevine very, very slowly. Very, very slowly. Where you step to the side and then you have your other foot either go in front or behind you. She can do that to a small extent. Look, we found a topic. My mom. My mom and her recovery. And of course there's all a side benefit to the exercise. She's also losing weight. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Excuse me. If you heard that, excuse me. What to do next? I can keep working. Oh, that's bad context. Bad context. Oh, hair. I'm gonna work on this guy's hair. So I can get him done. Do. Like, I'm regretting using these really tiny lines. That's how I did the rest of the pages, so have to be consistent. Gotta be consistent. For her legs, I have no idea how much weight she can handle with her legs. Like, in terms of, like, squatting with any weight, I don't think she can. If we do anything with her legs, there's going to be no weight whatsoever. We're just going to use her body weight, which is more than enough. As for her upper body, she's benching like 120 pounds. I think she is. Yeah, and she can do a lat pull down of like 120. She can do her rows, 120. We've been working on her upper body for like months. She started out benching like 80 on a Bowflex. You know, remember, this is a Bowflex, so it's not like actual real dead weight. So she probably couldn't actually bench 120 pounds of dead weight with like free weights, but she can on a Bowflex. She can actually bench more than that. She's benching that like 36 times. Like 3 sets of 12. As for her legs, though, I've got these really tiny, weak bands that she can use. Now, I think her quads and her calves are totally fine, and they could use as much weight. But it's when she's going to be involving that hip. If she's involving that hip, there's going to be like no weight. Well, remember, it is a Bowflex, so 120 pounds on a Bowflex is not the same as 120 pounds of dead weight. It's not. It's not. And hang on, let me check something. Let me check. Alright, I lied. She's benching 80, but she can do a lat pull down of 120. She could probably do a lot more on bench if she really wanted to. Actually, her max is 120. That's what it was. Her max is 120 on the Bowflex. Yeah. But she can curl like 40 pounds on a Bowflex. That part's insane. And just I just keep upping the weight to see what our limits are, and she keeps surpassing what I think our limits are going to be. Because we're doing it in very slow, tiny increments. Isn't that awesome? I think that's fan-frickin-tastic. She's in her 60s. And she's quite strong. She is very, very quite strong. If she can do, butterflies at like 80 pounds. She can do triceps at like 80 pounds. Or is it 40? I think it's 40. The Bowflex weight is weird, because you have to put the same weight on each side. So all together, yeah, it's different. It's different. And like for everything. And she can do crunches on the Bowflex too, and she has like 70 pounds when she crunches on the Bowflex. It's amazing. I wonder if that... Oh yeah, that's gonna be a shirt. Or his jacket. It's gonna be something. There. Yeah, my mom has the body type for building muscle, just like I do. Which is good. She won't be, just weak when she's elderly. I'm pretty sure she's able to lift any scrawny kid by their shirt right now. Yeah, okay, a side effect of weightlifting is your grip strength is huge, because you have to hold onto the handles to move that weight, right? She keeps telling me, like, just how sore her hands are after weightlifting. She has to keep a hold of the handles, right? Like, I know exactly how she feels. Need to get like one of those little stress balls or squishy things, or the springs that you can just grip. She could probably end up crushing walnuts. Oh. I think I tease her from time to time about stuff like that. My biggest thing is I'm wondering if like my brother and his family notice if my mom looks any different, because they haven't seen her since she started working out at my house. They haven't seen her. So I'm wondering if they'll see the changes. Yep, hide your walnuts. Keep them safe. I'm kind of sad Zaliser didn't pop in yet. I wanted to show him the thing that I found. come here. There we go. I'll probably do it anyways at the end of this stream. Regardless if he's here or not. Poof, wing! There's a wing! Technically all of this is gonna be white, wingy crap as well. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know how I'm gonna handle that. I don't know how I'm gonna handle this panel. There. So let's see. Monday is the 30th. Okay. Monday is the 30th. I totally forgot that yesterday was Thursday. Totally forgot that yesterday was Thursday. I thought yesterday was Saturday for some reason. Okay. Nice and easy. There we go. There we go. I almost want to talk about the Bowflex and be like, and give examples of how not realistic the weight is on it, in comparison to real dead weight. So, I used to weightlift in high school, and I found I had max. We found our max, how much we could lift and bench and squat and all that other stuff. And back in high school, my bench max was 150. 150 pounds on a bench, dead weight, 45-pound bar with the weights on either side. And on the Bowflex right now, that's how much I'm benching 36 times. That's how not equivalent the weight is. Because right now I'm benching 150 pounds 36 times. I can actually bench all of the weight on the Bowflex more than once, which is like over 210 pounds. I tested it out. I even had my husband there just in case shit went wrong. We tested it out, and that's how not realistic it is. I am not very muscular looking. I'm very fluffy and curvy. I am very fluffy and curvy. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, Sovngarde on the Skyrim soundtrack. Yep. Yeah, I'm a very soft-looking person. You wouldn't know that I hoist. Yeah, you wouldn't know I hoist until you shake my hand. I give a nice firm handshake to everyone I meet. Just because I like seeing their face react. It's kind of comical when you watch their eyes kind of bulge a little bit. One of the small pleasures I get when meeting strangers. And I'm quite amazed at how many people just don't have a nice firm handshake or, a semblance of a handshake at all. Or like when I take a hold of someone's hand and it's very like limp, I feel really bad about almost crushing it. And I've always been that way, even when I was younger. Like, nice firm handshake. Which surprised, everyone then, too, because this little girl is giving, this guy adult and a handshake. A nice firm handshake. It's mainly because Dad's like, that's what you do. Don't be shy about it. Like, alright, can do. Yeah. The unlucky people that get to shake my hand. Thankfully, I don't do hugs. I don't do hugs. Not even with family. Not really. I am not a huggy person. As much as I would like me to be, I just don't wanna. My thoughts just stopped. I'm like, am I even working right now? Am I even moving? Like, yes, I am. Alright. I'm just kind of zoning out. Not a good thing. I haven't eaten breakfast yet, that's probably why. I'm surprised I'm not just sitting here at the screen talking. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, we can do it. Rawr. Rawr. There we go. Nice. Yay! Red hair. Stripy red hair. Hmm. Hmm. Doop 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 doop. There. Put in that little extra red stripe. Just for fun. Just for fun. Surprised I'm not like delusional right now. Usually I get very, very ill if I don't eat. Nice. Nice. Okay. That's why you start with the small planes first. You never know when you'll get a nice little treat like that where you can just fill it in. Oh, don't miss. Here we go. Speaking of that, sickness when I don't eat. Ruh-roh. just, just a little bit of a ruh-roh. And start to feel it. Great. Shouldn't have said anything. Might have been fine if I hadn't said anything. You, 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 and you. Yay! Hey, it's actually looking like a comic. Starting to look like a comic. This little thing. This little person. Like so. Like so. Any hair there? Nope. Good. Little tiny thing right here. I think I'm gonna stop at 9 so I can actually get some breakfast, some food to eat, and finish up those other projects I'm working on. Son of a bitch. There. Like, that wasn't so hard, now was it? Like, oh, I missed the line. Well, let me just tweak it. There. I like having too much. This is Alistair, good morning. I've got something to show you. Boy, do I have something to show you. You remember how I was asking if there was, like, just a game engine that existed so I could just build a game straight from it? And we were like, yeah, Unity. You can sort of do that in Unity. I found something a little bit better. And it not better as in, like, I'll get exactly what I want out of it, but it's a tool that, like, if you just want to be a creative person and already have assets and crap made, it's awesome. So, oh, it's not even there. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hello? Project Spark. We have Project Spark. And I don't know what this is gonna do to my streaming, but aha. I was like, can I skip this? Yes. Project Spark is a game engine. Literally, a game engine. No results found, really. There. Keyboard and mouse. Alright, create mode. Here's where you can bring your imagination to life. Getting a good view while you can create can be key. How about some tips on how to use a camera? Sure. What? Oh! Select center on what? This is the first time I've ever seen this, but check this shit out. This is a game engine. This is a game world. You can build whatever the fuck you want to build. And there are different textures, everything. There's different tools. I don't know what the player button is. This guy? There we go. Yeah, they start you out with these. I think you can sort of customize the characters, but it's generally this art style. That's the... Oh, hey, you can scroll. Okay, that's the general thing. That's the only thing I'm not too keen about, is that you're stuck with their art style. But you cannot complain at how powerful this can get. 'Cause it's insane. Okay. Okay. Let me toy around here, some biome shit. Okay, biome mode is really special. It's a quick way to add not only color, but props, effects, and life as well. And the neat thing is, you can add enemies, and they have their own AI. And you can program that AI through a very simple method. Let's have a river. Check that shit out. Let's have a river. Oh my god. Look at this thing. It's free. Project Spark is free to an extent. They also have a paid version as well. So you can get really crazy.
And I think they, yeah. Here's the town tool. Maybe. Maybe. Give me this. How about a nature? Have some nature. Are you seeing this? Look at this. Have some nature. It automatically creates an interesting layout, trees, foresty. Look at this shit. Just, and it won't draw on the water. This is amazing. Amazing. I think the town is grayed out. Everything else is grayed out. Okay. You can also erase everything. I don't know how big you can make the world either. Like, I don't know what the limit is. I don't think it's specifically limited to this square. But I am going to have so much fun with this. I can't even. I can't even frickin' imagine. So, you also have different things, different textures, different aspects. I mean, just look at it. If you've got Windows 10, you can go to the store, you can find Project Spark. Project Spark is also on YouTube. And, yeah. Do they have snow? Oh my god, they have snow. Rocks. I'm enthralled. I am totally enthralled. Hang on. Okay. That's what I was looking for, that little thing. Jesus Christ. And you can do different, yeah, it's not just circles. You can do squares, you can do cylinder. And Jesus Christ. Have some hills. Have some fucking hills. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm like, don't like that river? Want a bridge? Check it. I'm gonna be playing with this on my own time. But that was Project Spark. Look how amazing it is. And I'm actually going to call my stream for today because I've got other stuff to do. So thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to know when I go live, you can follow me on Twitch or on Twitter at JasmoColors. And I will see you guys all next time.